When I came on board, they had been trying to greenlight the film for a couple of years. Chris Columbus, who ended up being a producer on the film, wanted for a couple of years to direct the film himself, but I think he had problems getting the kind of budget that he would normally do his film for. For I Killed Giants, it was too peculiar, too kind of unique. And then they were looking for a new director, and I think they saw Helium, my short film, and felt like it had the same tone and atmosphere that could kind of compare to their version of I Killed Giants. Very fast I understood that Joe didn't need the film. He had his comic book and he was very pleased with the way the graphic novel turned out. So he was always like, I don't need this film. And also I realized that everything was done, based on handshake deals. Joe never signed anything, so basically Joe could kind of just pull the plug at any given time. And the same thing goes for me. I had to trust him, he had to trust me. So he was insisting on writing the screenplay himself. Normally you don't want to do that. You want to kind of leave the people out of it and you want to do a cinematic translation of that. But he insisted and he did a tremendous, beautiful job in fleshing it out to a feature film.
Giants aren't real. Then why are you sweating?
With Madison Wolfe, who plays Barbara, she was cast after we had looked at, I think, 700 or 800 girls. But that was actually 2 years before we shot the film. That was the first time I saw a casting tape from her, because we tried to finance this film over a period of 2.5 years. And we almost made it, and then it fell apart a couple of times, like so many productions. And Madison went from being 12 to almost 14 when we shot the film. But with Madison, she is just a phenomenon in my book. She was so planned. Maybe because she knew about the projects for 2 years. She prepared for it for like 4 or 5 months. So when she turned up, she had such a specific, idea about how to go from A to B. Not only in the specific scenes, but really like the whole arc of from starting to the end of the film. But for me, it was very much now realizing you have a girl who's so well prepared and you like the idea she's bringing to the table. You want to just create a space for her to feel comfortable in, and you want to create a space where she's allowed to fuck up and do tremendous failure. And I'm just trying to create an environment where they're allowed to screw up.